Hi, it's Miss Callflesh here from Nantyre's Guidance Department, here to show our Family of Schools grade 8 students how to choose your courses for grade 9. So we're going to choose them in My Blueprint. Most of you, if not all of you, have been in My Blueprint before, so you can log in there. I'm going to show you how Nantyre students most frequently log in, and that's to go to the Nantyre website first. And I just want you to get used to coming here because there's lots of great resources. Under departments, the first department here is guidance, and as you can see, there's lots of resources here pertaining to course selections and other things. But for today, right, we are coming here to actually go into the student dashboard, and that's going to bring you to sort of the most frequently used apps by our students. And the app that we're going to go in today, as I mentioned, is My Blueprint. So this is going to bring you to the login screen specifically for Simcoe County students, and you have to be in this login screen in order to access the right courses that are going to set you up for your courses at Nantyre specifically. So you're going to click on the school account login, and you're going to log in with your regular school email and your regular password that you use every day. So once you sign in, then you're going to see your dashboard in My Blueprint, which looks like this. And so then if you scroll to the left and you see these 3 lines, and we're going to specifically go to high school today. And this is our what we call our high school planner. And some of you may have already done some planning for grade 9, or potentially you've planned maybe all of your courses all the way to the end of grade 12 if you've really spent some time on here. If you haven't seen this before, that's okay too. I just will point out a few things. This is highlighted blue, the grade 9 next year, because you are all in grade 8 right now, and next year is your grade 9 year, okay? And these are your plan ahead years. So when we end up picking our courses and we go over here to review and then eventually submit our courses, even if I've planned ahead for grade 10 and 11 and 12, only my grade 9 courses are actually going to be submitted, only my next year courses. So for grade 9, and this video is specifically for our English students. So we do have a French immersion program at Nantyre as well. And so our French immersion friends have a separate video for them under the French immersion in the Google Classroom. It's just slightly different. Process is the same, but they have a couple different courses that they have to take. So everyone in grade 9 has to take English, math, science, French, and geography. So I am just going to click on this little plus sign beside the English and see that this has already been filtered here for grade 9. Okay, you can see there's obviously all the other grades in there, but it's already filtered for you for grade 9 English, so you only see the grade 9 English options. So there are 2 options for English. We have the de-streamed English that most of our grade 9 students take, and then we have the grade 9 locally developed English that some of our students take. Most of the students that take the locally developed English, I would say, have a CERT, so that's a special education resource teacher, because they have what's called an IEP, an individual education plan. So if you do not have one, most likely you're going to be in the de-streamed level of English. So if I click on the name, it brings me to the course description, and then I am going to click add, and in it goes. Then I'm going to do the same for math, and you'll notice here there's actually 3 options. So similar to the English, we have the grade 9 de-streamed math that majority of grade 9 students will take. We have the locally developed math that it'll be mainly students who have an IEP. Some of them might take that. Then we have a third option that's new to us this year, and it's under the code Block M, and it's called Grade 9 Pre-Destreamed Math. So essentially, this is a math that is taken in first semester in preparation for students to take the actual de-streamed math in second semester. So these are students that really, they want to be and should be at the de-streamed level, but maybe for a number of different reasons, their math skills are not quite there yet. So they're going to take this pre-de-streamed math that's just going to improve those math skills so that they can be successful in the next semester in the actual de-streamed math class. So if you're thinking you might want to take that, again, that should be something you discuss with your parents and your teacher. Please note that typically, as you saw in the previous screen, that grade 9s have 5 compulsory courses that they have to take, and only one of those compulsory courses is math. So if you decide to take the pre-de-streamed math, that means obviously you'll have 2 math classes, so that means you'll only get 2 elective credits in grade 9. So I'm going to go ahead and select my de-streamed, and I'm going to add it in. And then I'm going to go into science and do the same thing. So again, like the English, there's only 2 options for science, the de-streamed and the locally developed. So I'm going to pick the de-streamed, add it in, keep going down to French. You'll notice here that there's 3 options. And so I mentioned before that we have French immersion at Nantire, and so this third option here, it says grade 9 French immersion. So if you are not in French immersion, do not select that particular French. Okay, the majority of students, especially our English speaking students, will select this core French, and then there is a locally developed option as well. So I'm going to select my core French and I'm going to add it in. And finally, my last compulsory is geography. And our French immersion friends have to take geography in French as well. So there's their course there. So the rest of us, we're going to select this one, and there is no locally developed geography option. So if you're English speaking, you're going to select this particular geography, the first one, and I'm going to add it in. Okay. So if as I said before, we talked about that pre-de-streamed math. So if you were wanting to take that, this is where I would select that. So when I go into elective, it's already filtered for grade 9, but I'm going to have to then find math, and I'm going to put in that de-streamed math if that's what I want to take before I take the streamed. Right, and then you can see that there's then only 2 sort of general electives left. Okay, if you don't want to take that, that's totally fine. As I say, you don't have to, that's an option. And if there's any courses that you've selected, whether it be at the wrong level or just the wrong course, you can edit or you can just delete it. Okay, so if I'm just going directly into that de-streamed math, I get 3 electives. So I do have to take 1 art credit to graduate. I also have to take 1 phys ed credit to graduate. I could do those in grade 9. You don't have to, but it is encouraged. The other thing that is relatively new as of last year is that every student in either grade 9 or 10 has to take a tech course. So I'm going to select my tech first. So again, I'm filtered already for grade 9. I'm going to scroll down though into tech, and I have 3 grade 9 tech options. So this first one is called Block C, and it's half computer technology, half communication technology. Block D is half design, half construction. And then this TXJ, that is a full semester credit in hairstyling and aesthetics. So because every single student in grade 9 or 10 has to take tech, our tech spaces are limited, and so we have a rule that you can only take 1 tech in grade 9. So I am going to select this Block D, And in it goes. Okay. You can, though, put another technology course into your alternates, so that if I, for some reason, can't get you this first option for tech, then I will look to see if any of your alternates are techs and see if I can get you that one. Because I know that, as I said, everyone has to take one in grade 9 or 10. So I'm going to do that right now while I'm thinking of it. In the alternates, you may notice, but I'll point out here that grade is not filtered. So just to make your life easier, because I know you're looking for a grade 9 tech, I'm going to filter by grade 9 first, and then again I'm going to go back down to technology. Okay, I do not want to pick block D because that's the one I picked before, so I'm going to pick a different one. So I'm going to pick block C. Picking the same one twice does not increase your chances of getting that particular tech. Okay, the different techs, one's in my definite electives and one's in an alternate. All right, so then I'm thinking I want to take an art. I know I need one to graduate, and I think I want to take drama. So let's click into art, and I can see that I have quite a few options here, and I just want you to note that there's 2 options for French immersion students. So please, when you're an English-speaking student in our English program, do not select those ones, okay? So I said I wanted drama. I do want to point out that there was one art here that we didn't talk about when you were visiting us in November, and that's the grade 9 guitar music. So that's learning to play the guitar. So that's the new option for grade 9s. But I said I wanted to take drama, so I'm going to put it in. Okay, and I have one more elective. Also, when guidance came and visited you at your elementary school, we had what I called a rough draft, and I'm just going to bring it up here just to show you what it looks like so that you know what I'm talking about. And that's this one. So this you had in front of you when we were talking about the courses, and you either circled or highlighted the courses that you were going to take. So this was the compulsory requirements, and then we had the electives that you ordered in numbers from 1 to 5, right? So I already put my first and second choice in, so I'll be looking for my third choice on here. And on here, right, you can see that there are a couple of grade 10 options, 3 to be precise. We have launching and leading a business. That's a grade 10 business elective here. We have clothing. That's a grade 10 social science here. And we have computer studies, this digital technology, and that's here. Those are 3 grade 10 classes, but they're open level, which means there's no prerequisite, so grade 9s are able to take those. So going back to my blueprint, if I, let's just say, wanted to take that digital computer course, I know it's a grade 10 course, so I'm going to filter by grade 10, and then I'm going to look for my computer studies department. There's that grade 10 digital technology and innovations course that was on that sort of rough draft copy that I had, and I want to take that course. Okay, so now I have 3 electives. In my alternate section, I had already put a tech in case I don't get that first choice tech here, and I need one more alternate. That guitar class looked kind of cool, and that was grade 9, and it was in the arts department. So I'm going to look in here, and I just make sure that I find the course I want, add it in. Okay, so now I have 8 definites, 2 alternates. If you don't put the alternates in, this program will not allow you to submit your courses, which is not good. So now that I have those completely filled out, I'm going to then click on this other blue button over here, which says Review Course Selections. Okay, I'm going to review them one more time to make sure that they are exactly what I want and at the right level. If I'm happy with them, then I'm going to submit them. Once you submit, okay, you can't go back and change it without contacting me at Nantire to help you out with that. So just make sure before you press submit that you're happy with it. So I'm going to submit. As soon as you press submit, this parent guardian approval comes up. So I am going to type in my parent's email. And I'm going to send the approval email. So my parent is going to receive an email with all my course selections on it, with a button for them to approve it. And so really, at this point in time, you are done. The only thing now to do is to take that rough draft, so back to this one, okay, get your parent to sign it, and there's a spot for your signature. So once you finish my blueprint, parent, and you sign it, and then this is the sheet you bring back to your grade 8 teacher. You can, again, just to show you, if you wanted to print this, you're welcome to. You can always log into my blueprint at any time and see what you've selected. But just to show you, when you select the print button, right, automatically it goes to the print page. I can print it. And just to show you then, here's a actual sheet with everything that you selected. And it also tells you what requirement it's fulfilling for your diploma, your high school diploma. Okay, so if you have any questions, please reach out to me. My contact information is acallflesh@scusby.on.ca is on the material in the course package that you got when we visited your schools.